Hey guys, Mano here and welcome to the channel. This bike has been popping up in my social media feed for quite some time and honestly, it got me really curious. Not because it's something I am really interested in, it's just that it's got a lot of people hyped up due to its low price. This is the CF Moto 230 Dual. In other countries, it's called the CF Lite 200 Dual, but they're basically the same. In this video, we'll be doing a deep dive into its specifications, a bit of observations, what it offers, and is it worth the hype. Stick around because this might help you. Alrighty, let's start with the metallic blue elephant in the room. Price. The CF Moto 230 Dual is priced just under 100,000 Philippine pesos. And for that amount, you got yourself a full-size dual sport that can be used for your daily commute and occasional dirt road adventures. The fact that it is a cheap dual sport with a 230 sticker on its side is more than enough to drive a lot of young, budget-conscious, yet aspiring adventure riders into breaking their piggy bank just to get one. But what does it really offer? What are the specs? And is it a totally new motorcycle? Sad to say, not a lot of details are present as of the moment. Just like most budget-priced Chinese-made motorcycles, they're shrouded in mystery. Let's start with styling. Honestly, it looks like a street bike, but on stilts. Just like another budget dual sport, namely the Honda XR150L, which is also a Chinese-made motorcycle by the way. Next is the engine. This one is powered by a carbureted 229cc air-cooled pushrod engine with a 5-speed manual transmission. Now, if you have been around Chinese-made utility motorcycles like a Zongshen, Lifan, or a Shinere, that engine description sounds very familiar. Actually, a lot of Chinese-made motorcycles use this engine configuration. This one is reported to produce 14 horsepower and 17 Nm of torque. Now, replacement parts for this engine shouldn't be a problem considering this design has been around for so long. Now, the chassis on this one is a very basic single backbone, single down tube, dual cradle steel frame. Holding the engine in place is a set of bolted brackets, a proven and tested design that can easily be repaired by any experienced welder. For suspension, you get a very basic set of non-adjustable forks at the front. Dimensions are not stated in any of the spec sheets I have seen, but I believe these are at least 37 millimeters in diameter and should offer a minimum of 6 to 7 inches of travel. The rear is a non-adjustable monoshock with a progressive spring. It is bolted straight to the rectangular steel swing arm, no linkage or whatsoever. Basically the same setup found on the Honda XR150L. This should offer at least 5 inches of travel. Overall, this suspension setup is good enough for light trails and dirt roads. Now, given that, seat height is a manageable 33 inches off the ground. Stated weight is 155 kilograms. Not sure if it is wet weight or dry weight, but I assume that is without fluids. Now, fuel tank capacity is at 12 liters. Now, speaking of fuel tank, information on fuel economy does not exist as of the moment, but if I base my experience on my previous XR150L with a 200cc big bore kit and 28mm carb setup, mine was able to achieve a reasonable 32 kilometers per liter. For the CF Moto 230, I expect similar numbers. Now for wheels and braking system, yes, my favorite subject. The CF Moto 230 is rolling on 18 and 21-inch wheels. Basically, standard size dirt bike tires, which is awesome given the abundance of tire options. From more street-oriented dual sport tires to off-road only knobby tires, the choices are endless. Based on what I see, the stock tires are 2.75 by 21 at the front and 4.10 by 18 at the back. Now the stock rims are made of steel by the way. This is expected for a bike at this price point. However, changing the rims to a lighter yet stronger set of alloy rims should be a priority if you plan on taking this off-road. I manually counted the spokes of these wheels based on pictures and they are at 36 spokes per wheel. Also, converting this into a Supermoto should be very easy. Message me if you want yours converted. Now putting you to a stop, you get front and rear disc brakes, which is nice. Biting the front rotor is a 2-piston caliper and the rear is a single piston caliper. This bike has no ABS, so maintenance should be very easy. Now for other features, this bike includes a digital speedometer with a basic readout, a USB port to charge your electrical devices, a luggage rack for your convenience, plastic handguards, and a very universal 22mm handlebar setup. Now, I could be wrong with some of the things I said. I'm basically eyeballing and stating things based on what I see. I would like to see one in person though, and hopefully do a full test ride to give you my unbiased opinion. For the price, it is a very attractive option, especially if you are a budget-conscious rider looking for a dual sport. But then again, this is a budget motorcycle made in China, so don't let your expectations be too high, even if this bike is made by a reputable brand. Now with regards to maintenance and durability, we'll have to wait and see a few more years to find out from users. Now that's all I have for you today. Like this video if you found this helpful and consider subscribing. If you have something to add to this topic, leave a comment below. Until next time, bye.